Hi, today we're here at Plaza Flowers and we are talking about, you guessed it, orchids. These are beautiful phalaenopsis orchids, and this is the most popular orchid sold in the United States. Some people refer to these as moth orchids, and that actually comes from the original naming of the orchid. This is a phalaenopsis orchid named after phalaena, which was the taxidermic classification for moth when Carl Linnaeus ordered all of the plant species and living species throughout the world. So this appeared to Carl Linnaeus to resemble a moth in flight, and so it is called a phalaenopsis orchid from the Greek phalaena, and some people still refer to it as moth orchid. These are beautiful orchids. They last a really, really long time, and they come, as you can see here around me, they come in lots of beautiful colors, many, many different hybrids, too many for me to name by name here today, but you can see the vivid colors, lots of lavenders, purples, and whites, and then many other colors from that. But these are extremely popular. You will notice that the throat is often a slightly different color than the petal, which makes it even more interesting, and many, many, many blooms on each stem. Now, some people tell me, how do I keep these things alive? And some people have trouble with them, and the reason most people have trouble is they try to water this plant a little bit each day and keep the roots just entirely too wet. They don't like to be in soil. You will notice that these are planted usually in pine bark nuggets or something similar that drains water away from the roots very quickly. If you notice when I pull this out, see that's dripping? And that is not a good way for your orchid to sit. You want this to dry out. So the best way to water a dry orchid is absolutely saturating the pine bark nuggets, as you see here, and then get rid of that water. So pour that water into the sink, get rid of it completely, make sure your pot is dry, make sure there is room for the excess water to drain, and then enjoy your orchid for about a week or so until those pine nuggets dry out completely. If you see that your petals lose pressure and start to become a little limp, that's a good sign that you need to water it. And again, thoroughly saturate those pine bark nuggets and then drain off the excess. After these flowers live their life, the ones from the bottom will die first, and you can just simply prune them off of the stem and enjoy these buds, which will continue to open. So they are very, very long-lasting flower. Now, when the entire frond, the spike, if you will, dies, cut it all the way back down to the base here. So you want to cut it right to the base of this tissue where the leaves come out, and then look for a new, almost like a mini mitten of green coming out. Those will be your new spikes coming up. It takes about 3 weeks for that small little bud of a mitten to develop into a spike and get these nice little buds that you see here. Once you see those buds, they will shortly thereafter become blooms, and you can enjoy them for a long period of time. I would follow the instructions on feeding. Orchid food is available here at Plaza Flowers as well as at most garden centers. Feed them according to the manufacturer's directions, and you should get plenty of bright, vibrant blooms. So enjoy your orchids, and stop by Plaza Flowers and see a few on your next visit.